Ipswich ReCreation and Culture. We put the capital on the C to emphasize the creative aspect of reinventing ourselves and our community while at play. Hello, Ipswich, neighbors and friends. My name is Kerrie Bates, and I'm the director of Ipswich ReCreation and Culture. And I'm super excited to introduce you to my friends today, Carla Villa and Tony Menotti from the Ipswich Wellness Collective. We have been offering a winter sampler at EBSCO Hall, 5 Peatfield Street in February. The programs were wildly successful, I would say. And so we're continuing the programming into March. And we're really happy to be here with our neighbors and friends at ICAM to tell you more about it, because we really want you all to come down and check it out. So, Carla Villa, can you tell us a little bit about the Ipswich Wellness Collective?
Sure. So it's a loose sort of collection of like-minded wellness practitioners in the Ipswich community. To sort of start it out as like yoga play dates with friends, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And I think that we found that our practices really help us off the mat, if you will. We tend to, start it with yoga, and it brought a lot to our lives outside of our practice and just in everyday life. So we wanted to bring it to the community. So we started out teaching community yoga at Pavilion Beach in the summer, and then it turned into doing more seasonal events, bringing in a sound meditation practitioner, acupressure, other types of wellness modalities, I guess you could say. So we're really excited to be in collaboration with you and to to continue with the Winter Wellness Series or Sampler, and bring different opportunities for our community to try.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I have been attending the programs. I've got perfect attendance. I really love them. I really loved when I first went. Even I, as part of one of the producers, didn't exactly know what Carla and her cohort had in store for us. And the very first night, Tony, I met you, and boy, did you call me to attention. Could you tell people what the sound bath is? And before you do, I just want everybody to know that we'll be kicking off the March series on March 3rd with a sound bath.
Yes, yeah. All right, so yeah, for those of you who don't know what a sound bath is, it's pretty much like another form of meditation, using sound in the room as like a guide back to the present moment, and just being calm and present, and just allowing your thoughts to kind of come and go without judgment. So in my practice, I mainly use Himalayan singing bowls, GONG, tuning forks, some throat singing. But yeah, the idea is really just to create a positive, low-stress environment that hopefully is kind of like incorporated into people's mindset, and then they can just reflect that in their own lives.
Well, I will admit that I have been listening to singing bowls on Spotify in the car since I was introduced to this kind of music, this kind of sound meditation. Mm-hmm. And I like it in the car, but the actual vibrations and the community connection, I love as people arrive, there's this kind of excitement. People are wearing very comfortable clothes, often in socks. They leave their snowy boots by the door. And there's just this wonderful sound of people, relaxed people breathing together. Carla, can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think what I really enjoy about sound meditation, if you will, is that it helps you. I think all of the programming that we're trying to do is around helping you get more in tune with your body and your mind. And a lot of that, I think, is really through your breath. And so creating these types of atmospheres with sound, it helps you sort of quiet down and tune into yourself a little bit more. And especially with sound, I mean, like you said it, the vibrations, having that live experience, the frequencies, I mean, we're 90% water, right? Yeah. And sound affects, water. It has this rippling effect. So it's just, in one sense, it's almost just like this trick, It's like this trick, like you're lying there, you start to slow down, you start to tune into your breath, and then the sound starts to wash over your body, really helping you to kind of quiet down. And when you can start to quiet your mind, that's when I think your body really can start to relax. It can be more restful than actual sleep.
I will admit that for a long time I've known that meditation is something that I would benefit from if I could be successful at it. And I, have tried and failed and try again. And I'm finding that to go into this community context really kind of makes it easier.
Yeah, I know. And we had kind of discussed that before. You had brought up how infants learn how to sleep from their parents, listening to their parents breathe. And we're really kind of creating a similar environment to that. Laying there as a participant, listening to the other people breathe calmly around you. You're a reflection of everything that's in your immediate surroundings. So whether that's the other participants, the sounds from the instruments, the scents in the room, it all contributes to you pretty much just revealing your own inner wellness, your own healing that everybody has within them.
It's about tuning in to yourself, knowing that learning what you are capable of. And a lot of times it's just breath. Yeah. It's like, even if you just start with breath, it's that simple. And I think that we don't realize the kind of the power we have to influence our own sort of the way we walk through our day, just with learning these little tricks about breath, or matching breath to movement, or taking 15 minutes to listen to singing bowls in your car. You know what I mean? Like things like those are the little tricks you can learn at these events that you can take with you into your everyday life. And I think, you really kind of hit the nail on the head with talking about community. It's one thing, and I think that, I've had powerful meditation experiences on Zoom, but it's another thing to find yourself in community. And you don't even have to know everybody's name. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because we take cues from nature, we take cues from our neighbor, we take cues from our community. So even just, taking a simple cue of, deep breathing with other people can be a powerful thing.
Yes. And there is such effort put into a warm and welcoming environment.
Oh, thanks.
For example, I think almost every night so far, there's somebody took the time to make tea.
Yeah.
And people are invited to stay after the practice and to enjoy tea and conversation with other people. So that's just been such an uncannily generous gesture on behalf of this interesting collection of wellness providers who have their different areas of expertise.
We are trying to create the environment where you don't have to, you could never have taken a yoga class before, and you can show up and still find it helpful and relaxing and accessible. So we do try to design all of the nights where all of the events so that you don't need any experience. You can just show up and see what happens,
So I just love that. Like, it's taking a walk on the live wire, and there's so much collaboration that you guys have. You've brought these people together. They have their areas of expertise. And so, for example, Tony was offering a sound meditation area, while, 6 or 8 different
Reiki practitioners.
It was
That was amazing.
So generous.
That was
and that's sort of the fun. And I really thank you for the opportunity to try things.
Really fun.
So, and that's because we're bringing sort of a variety of different practices. Like, in a sense, we're sampling them. We're showcasing different practices that maybe, you never really heard of, or you're kind of curious, or you did once or twice before. This is the opportunity to come and try it out, like with very low stakes. All you have to do is wear comfortable clothes. So I make it wear uncomfortable clothes too.
To be clear, the offering is free in public.
Yep.
Parking is ample.
Yep.
It's at 5 Peatfield Street in EBSCO Hall. So I just want to give a shout out and a nod of thanks and respect to EBSCO, who has made this beautiful facility available. It's clean. It's this wonderful blank slate, which is being transformed on Friday nights with light into this very relaxing aesthetic environment.
Yeah, we took a corporate presentation space and did a 180. and that is really kind of a great theme with all of the different practices, right? It's finding that balance and sometimes just finding a new perspective, I think.
Yes.
I think we've done that there.
Well, before I let you go, I was wondering, Carla, if you could speak a little bit to the spring reset yoga, because that sort of is part of what you guys are doing in the larger calendar.
Yeah, so on March 17th, it's a couple of days before the spring equinox. And this is what we as Ipswich Wellness Collective, what we sort of specialize in, I feel like, is helping you tune into yourself in nature, and so we take the opportunity to honor the changing of the seasons throughout the year. And so this year we're doing a spring reset. It'll be a special 2-hour event on Friday, March 17th at 6 p.m. And we'll open with, the first half will be a mix of yoga and self-applied acupressure. So we'll walk you through some ways to relieve some common discomforts like headaches or tension in your shoulders or neck through acupressure, some restorative or yin yoga postures, and which is really just a way to sort of help you sort of clear energy and start to relax your physical body as we prepare for a 45-minute sound bath. So the first half is some movement. And the second half is really just about receiving the benefits of the practice we did and receiving the benefits of the sound that's coming from Tony and his bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Could you tell people what they would want to bring with them?
Sure. So specifically on March 3rd for the sound bath and March 17th for the spring reset, we would encourage you to bring a mat, to bring a sturdy blanket that you can fold up to either, to either put over you or, to fold up, put under your head, make yourself more comfortable. On one hand, there are chairs available and you can do those particular programs in a chair if that's what's best for your body. But if you do have a mat, a blanket, yoga blocks, a bolster, pillows. We had the one family show up for the sound bath. I think there was a mom with 3 kids and they had sleeping bags and pillows and stuffies, So definitely just dress in comfortable clothing and bring anything that you might need to feel supported and warm.
Awesome. So the Qigong is different though?
So that is actually led by Ron from Acupuncture Health and Wellness here in Ipswich. And that's moving meditation. That's a lot of matching movement to breath. And I don't believe you necessarily need a mat for that. I think that's more standing or sitting.
Okay, and then also the Wake Up Spirit is a dance-oriented offering, and there'll be movement and I think that's more
movement and live music. So
yes, drum circle.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. Okay. Terrific. Okay. Looking forward to Fridays in March.
Thank you, Kerrie.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Kerrie.
To the Ipswich Wellness Collective.